You are now listening to Potty Mouth Radio.
You think you can save me? Oh, you think you can save me?
Look, your whole life is like we've been in sorrow. I try to touch a meal with you guys, but you meek and sorry. I'm easy to please. I get my way, then I'm out the way. And I'm as astronomical. Chandler life from outer space is lifted. Drink got me limp dick. Eat it for a while, now just tell her that I missed it. Shit I get for free, you got a trick for it. Kickflip, ask about you guys and my mood changed real quick. Hey, tell me who is you here with, honey dearest? Cross around your neck because your throat is like the Holy Spirit. The pressure hit and you're the only one that changed my spirit. Says you coming with a friend, but I don't really know them, so tell me who you here with. Hey, tell me who you came with. Please don't play no game with me, won't like me when I'm angry. Please don't have no man up in my spot and no entanglement. Cause if that nigga love you, man, this shit could get real dangerous. Shit could get real dangerous. I'm not really ducking on that smoke cause I'm on made for this. I don't need to say that I'm the man because they know the shit. I don't need to tell them that I'm up because they notice it. Hey, you keep talking about drops. Niggas got my pen, nigga, come take my spot. Niggas know my pen, niggas know I drop. Niggas feel the dread, ooh, just like the locks. Yeah, straight to the money, it is what it is. My shawty at 20 divided by 2. My peers' careers is so. They still in town at the group. Like whatever they make is long. That shit getting played on mute. My shit getting played on loop. My shit getting played on roost. My pitch on my theme hits. These niggas acting like they the kids. These niggas really wanna be the boy. Ghost talking to me like a Ouija board. Yeah, that shit's when I speak the boy. Man, I swear to God when I see the boy. Yeah, past the present, I'm passing with flying colors. Her ass is way too fat. It's getting my ass in trouble. I needed it done quickly. Speeding to you on hoopties. All because you finally giving the boy the coochie. I'm Biggie all in the coochie. Feeling all on her booty. I'm rushing like there goes Putin. I see the team you recruited. I said, you surrounded yourself with some looters. I'm standing all on that statement. Hey niggas like Jerry Kramer. I'm parenting niggas kids. Your mama not good enough. Daddy ain't there enough. And you still arrogant as fuck. The grandma liver made me see clear. My life in an open book, my story is too transparent. I'm tired of the grandstanding. You not better than me, I throw your ass in the Grand Canyon and hope for a safe landing. If I ever make it, hope they see I was industry planning. That means I made it big enough they can't see where I started. Cheers to the lion and chin. Pussy get the purr around a boy like a lion and cheetah. Head in the morning, that's when a boy has his brightest ideas. Flights to an island with a woman who's spamming the chat. The chat being out text messages, I'm not writing her back. Yeah, I'm not riding it back like where the hope go, where the logo. I with Cam and he want a loco. He's my bro though. Touchdown like T.O. standing on logos. Yeah, look, lie familiar. I would kill ya over them niggas. Them niggas like blood to me. Point blank period like a bitch with some bloody sheets. When we talk about top 5, all them niggas is under me. One thing about me, I do what I want, nigga, and I don't like wasting time. Niggas say they knew me, but this is a new me. I shoot the whole set like Alec Baldwin in movie scenes. I go like the Drew League. Time zone jumping, rhinestone necklaces. These niggas not really having it. He one joint fresh now, dawg, that shit is embarrassing. I see everything with an eagle eye. You know the difference between you and I. I'm everything I said I was, and you niggas is playing roles and choosing sides. Y'all too old for that make-believe. The flow sis coded like I played for the Maple Leafs. I thought it was PM4 LTR traded teams. Yeah, man. It's like a 4-minute record. They don't even do these no more. Nah, not at all. You know, I gotta get the pen out. It feel good to just rap sometimes, man. Shout out to the Kendrick Lamar type beats too. I ain't know he had the songs like that on YouTube.
You are now listening to Potty Mouth Radio.
Kronos from every metric. Towel throws when I'm invested. I'm taking your ball home when you don't get the check. And all fucking man, we get the message. This whole game infested. No home training, too much talking and overstating. Tell on posts is pain statements, I swear. Then maybe I let them weigh in. Heavyweight bouts, we throwing haymakers. No more peacemaking, no more face saving. No more I'm too old for this, we all aging. R-rated raps, it's not for all ages. Ballpark estimate says you too broke. Love my girl with her braids and I found new growth. These niggas, they not fucking with the new hoe. For real. That nigga like 60 years old, get him out the pay, man. I'm here though. Yup. Look, war ready, I'm covenant medals. Peace treaty unsigned, no signature, but I sent him a letter. No rekindling, you know deal with me, he a fire starter. I'm toasting whoever is bold enough to utter my name. Y'all not a network, y'all niggas just a collection of lames. I know cause I studied the game. Y'all niggas not building really. Y'all looking to pillars the city. Philly too little to think you Teflon. I get you stepped on. I give him the Q dog and them niggas knowing the step lines. You better move with iota of sense. Yeah. And you a pussy, I can tell by your scent, nigga. Real. Hey, you better look both ways for across that street on me, nigga. Hey, I'm too clumsy to fall off. Take your ass to work, YouTube bro, they be calling off. I measure my greatness by the niggas I'm putting on. I look around the scene, I see niggas who copy me. If I ask about it, I'm knowing that they gon' cop a plea. They are selling at a discounted rate. You can't find them on a clearance rack. I'm here to bring the feeling back. Smack a nigga if he talking reckless. This ain't. Yup. Well rested, well respected. King of the Titans, I'm Kronos from every metric. Towel throws when I'm invested. I'm taking your ball home when you don't get the check. And all fucking man, we get the message. This whole game infested. Yeah, it's hope, man. Oh man.
You are now listening to Potty Mouth Radio.
Hey, big no, where the hours to you? Look, women gone, trends are lost, I'm still alone. I talk about on my face and it just sounded songs. I live alone, no happy home, it's monster house. Trench living, it's still better than my mama house. New women come around thinking they could change me. Couldn't get the picture in a theater seat HD. Painfully explaining my law. She couldn't make the cut and now it's scissor galore. For sure, tell her all my secrets they can use in an argument. Keeping it inside, but now I'm sneaking hide the shit. Problem solving. Only worse when I'm alcoholing. Speak truth, now our eyes ballin'. El Camino dinners, we doing tacos and toast. That's a huge undertaker like I'm walking a roast. I'm tired of tropes. Why does every happy story gotta come with the highs and lows? I'm one of the highs, that's all. Yeah, for real. And I still work 40 hours for you. I did, yup. Live a little, think I lived a bit too much. Worldwide is big time, I did it in no rush. Food stands like crab legs and cold cuts. Eat good like there goes my old gut. Outside with it like there goes my old one. 2 links in, she thinking that we so tired. Elephants in the room like Ben, I'm yelling roll tide. Ain't no hostility that's coming from our side. L's up and we're not. And I still worked 40 hours, man. All right, y'all. Listen, I know my camera look weird today. I know it looks weird today. I know it looks, so let me turn this light off, man. Yeah, we going, yeah, I think we got a one light fish on, bro. Or maybe, do I go big light? I took light bulb out of it. See, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I have no idea what's going on with my camera. My shit look hella bright for some reason today, bro. Like, I don't know what's going on. Hold on, let me see if I could. Oh, there, yeah, a little better. Apply. There we go. Okay. All right, yeah. I'm choppy? Hold on, I'm choppy? I'm choppy, gang? Hold on, let me watch stream.
I turned the brightness down maybe a little bit too much. Let me turn it back up some. I ain't gonna lie to you. Miley? You look good on my end. Hold on. Let me watch stream. Hold on. I'm locked in. Hold on. It don't even look that bad. I'm looking at it. I have no idea what's going on with my camera. It's definitely bright for some reason. It's all right, but look, so peep though. Cause look, I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna change the setting. Oh shit, wrong setting. Right, I'm gonna change it to this one. Is the one I was on? No, that's not the one we was on. Hold on. This one. This the one we're usually on, and I'm not focusing, bro. I'm not in focus. I'm not like I don't know what's going on, bro. I'm not focusing up. This isn't. I'm not focusing up, broski. I need my Dominican. Y'all saying I look Dominican? All right, can we stop? I'm fully black. Don't start no Dominican rumors about me, yo. Don't start no Dominican rumors about me, okay? Also, chat is double. Yeah, it is. I know Dominican, I'm black, Poppy. I know Dominican, I'm the black. I know Dominican, I'm black, Poppy. I know Dominican. I don't come to America. Immigration, I come to do chattel slavery, Poppy. I did not come here to America to play baseball. I come here to chattel slavery. My people were brought here on boats and ships against our will. How y'all gonna cancel me? Y'all just told me I was Dominican. Chat. Y'all just said I was Dominican. This low-key sauce. Forge is fucking with the dark aesthetic.
Here comes the money.
Mad artistic.
Here comes the money.
I do not come here to play baseball. I come here to do child slavery. Dom's not doing a meme. It's just an average Monday. Oh, happy Monday, everybody. Happy Monday. I'm here. The camera looks a little weird. My Dominican got to come fix it later. It is what it is, and it was what it was. Tight shit. They started, first of all, can I tell y'all, as y'all know, some of y'all may know, I've been talking about it. They doing work on my crib. So my crib been getting worked on, but they finished my kitchen. My kitchen done, brand new kitchen, washer and dryer in my crib now. I built different. I'm not like you niggas that gotta go to the laundry no more. That's just me now. That's me personally. I'm built different. But now my Charles and Dad, I dare you, Bobby. No, Bobby, I know. Bobby, I'm black. I come here to do child slavery. I don't know. Dom look less ashy. Niggas just being mean to me, yo. It's whatever. So I didn't know when I was gonna start working on my living room. I didn't know when. I knew that my living room was gonna get worked on eventually at some point. This morning I woke up and my living room was getting worked on. My girl was here and she was like, I think somebody's in your house. And I was like, well, that's weird. Nobody should be in my house. I live alone. So I was like, all right, let me go check. Let me go see who's here. And it's my father and all of the 4 Mexican dudes who's working on my house. My dad was like, yeah, you ain't know. I was like, no, nobody told me. He was like, yeah, no, we sent you a text this morning because my family owned this house and they rented to me. It was like, yeah, we sent you a text this morning. I was like, no, y'all didn't. And then my stepmom had to apologize because she did not see me. She actually broke our lease agreement. She came in my house without letting me know. She kind of broke my lease agreement, but it is what it is. I'm breaking that shit too. I'm like, you mean? I owe them niggas like $600. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Tight shit though. It is what it is. Is the noise bothering the rats? First of all, I don't have rats. I have mice. Also, I do look darker. It's because I turned the brightness down because the brightness look crazy when it's all the way up. It look crazy. Yeah, I mean, so I don't got HUR come here immediately first. It's 45 niggas here. 45 niggas here been chatting first. Love that bit. One of my favorite bits he does. Great bit from y'all. Sue your stepmom. No. Why would I sue her? No, dickhead. 600 is like down like Meek though. You know what's funny, bro? My name on Instagram, like my name, not my ad name, but the username John is Cheek Mill. So I've been getting that my whole life. Back in high school, I was fat. I was fat for like 2 years of high school. Then I started doing drugs and I got skinny as shit my last year because I dropped out in 11th grade. So my last year of high school, I got mad skinny. So my first 2 years, they called me Patrick Ewing, which was not a fun thing. It was a nigga named Safari Baron. I never forget this nigga. Safari Baron was a stone cold weirdo, but he was an 11th grader and I was a 9th grader, so he thought he had rank over me. He used to call me Patrick Ewing. I'd be like, yo, stop calling me Pat, my nigga. My name Keon. Relax on that Pat shit. And I tell him, but whatever, it is what it is. And then once I got skinny and I was the 11th grader, the huz be like, oh, you like Meek. Now this time, this is like 2015. Meek had the huz, yo. Meek was like still with Nicki. So I was getting off the I like Meek to get the huz, yo. Like the hoes was fucking with the Meek Mill action. They was like, oh no, can I be a Nicki Minaj? I was like, type shit. You know what I mean? It was different. It was different. $60 like they be taking like 2 years. No, 60 is not how much my rent is. No. My rent is 14. I owe them $600. My second grade is on FD. Your name Keon? Yeah, my real name is Keon. Yes. What's up? What's up, Reg? What's up, Reg? I'm just telling you. So, is Cheek Mill your nickname for when you drop your pants? That's how you carrying it. First of all, Diara, we learned on Friday, she's a white woman. White women are not allowed to flirt with me. Not allowed. Not allowed. White women are not allowed to flirt with me in the chat. That's not allowed. I'm a gold star blackie. Never once been with a white woman any way, kind of, sort of. Never fucked, never flirted, never dated. That's not my sauce. Yeah, I mean, now, did some of my goats do that? Yes, aka Saquon. Dogs on the Nikon D3400. I'm purchasing a camera soon. I have no thoughts. I have no thoughts on that. But I will Google it and I will get back to you, Pitts. I have no thoughts on that camera. No thoughts at all. Dom the young Dr. Unar. Send a white woman my way. I'm a milkman. Look at chat being milkman. Look at chat. Look at chat. Nigga like me, never once. Never fucked, never flirted, never dated. It's not my shit. Your friend Eddie be playing in the snow. Eddie do be playing in the snow. Eddie do. Damn, I said I wasn't black. I was like, well, you all right. Thankfully, I'm not flirting, but being a jokester. Don't matter. You was flirting. You asked me to see my butt. You want to see my butt. You kinky cracker. Oh, fuck. Also, that's just my hubris. I think any woman ever who ever spoke to me is flirting with me. That's just how I roll. That's how I roll. That's how I ain't gonna lie, that's how I roll. I think any woman who's ever spoke to me and had a conversation with me is flirting. That's just how I go. Cause why else are you talking to me? Why else are you having a conversation with me? Fuck. All right. So yeah, no, my living room's getting renovated. Praise God, I'm too young for that. Lindsay, what the fuck are you talking about? Lindsay, you're a child. If you talk about you're flirting with me, Lindsay, you're a child. You're literally 21 years old. I don't think I can look at Lindsay and be like, oh, she was born in 2004. Singing my little brother, my baby brother was born in 2004. That's crazy. You know what's funny, bro? Can I just start off messy, bro? Can I start off messy? I do have topics. I do. And I promise I will get to topics. I promise I will get to topics today. This is not one of the topics I had planned at all. But this shit been weighing heavy on my conscience, and I feel the need to talk about it. Now, I don't have this clip saved or anything. I don't have this clip saved at all. So I'm just gonna try to see if I can find it on the timeline. Am I that good of a Googler? I'm not, but I think this would do. So I was watching Messy Bottom Dom. Whoa. Why you call me a bottom though? If anything, I'm a top. If anything, I'm a top. What are you talking about? Bottom? I give bottom to you? This bottom energy? No, Taylor called me a bottom. Messy Bottom Dom also crazy because now you saying I'm not douching. If I was a bottom, I would douche correctly. Like if I was a bottom, I wouldn't be paying no dicks. I'm telling you right now. If I was a bottom, I would no tops will have a problem with me. I would clean my butthole. I would douche. I'm not a painter, but I'm not even a bottom. By the way, it's not even June yet. It's May. It's too early for me to be this gay, y'all. We don't get this gay till June. Like I was talking about. Down with me verse, let's be for real. Oh my God. Y'all gotta, all right. What we doing? Can we chill? Can we like relax a little bit? Can we relax? Dom got a gay soul. Yo, having a gay soul not out of pocket. Hold on, gang. What's verse? Verse mean you do both. It mean you top and you bottom. Now we gay today. We not gay today. We've been on stream for 22 minutes. We not gay yet. Can we try? Can we try to have a heterosexual stream today? Can we try? It's not even June. Shout out to all my gay niggas, but can we try? Surely you were gay in your past life. You know, by the way, this is why me and Foreign get along. So, right, this is why me and Foreign get along, because he and I both be in gay folk business too much. He and I both be, by the way, it was 60 niggas in here, y'all. It got gay, six niggas left. Let y'all know what happened. But here's why he and I get along so much, because we be in gay folk business. I mean, every day is gay, every gay. Yup. That's a completely normal thing for somebody to say about me. Whatever, yo. So I saw, wait, why chatting over here? There we go. Is this new chat? Yeah. I see hashtag Messy Bottom Dom. Insane hashtag. I saw clips of the Joe Budden show Pod Wives, and I don't really want to talk about, I really have no thoughts about this. I just want to show y'all, can I zoom in a bit more? I have no thoughts about this. Yo, what the fuck? Why it's not zooming in the way I wanted to? All I want to say is this nigga Ice girlfriend is 20 years younger than him. Like this girl, Ice is clearly in his 40s. This girl is clearly in his 20s. Clearly. As somebody who I don't even date women who, when I was 24, my rule was you got to be old enough to get a drink. At 27, my rule is your brain got to be fully developed. That's the lowest I'm going. 25 years old, fully developed a brain. I don't know how some of these niggas be outside with women who are half their age. I don't know if she's exactly 20, but she's in her 20s for sure. Look at her. Ice is obviously in his 40s. This woman is obviously in her 20s. Me personally, bro, I couldn't get down with this. Sub 25 is sicko behavior. That's what I'm saying, though, bro. At 27 years old, he dated anything under 25. By the way, I'll make a slight exception for 24. But you gotta be like a mature 24, which sounds weird because it sounds like pedophilic. Oh, like she's mature for her age. But we're talking about adults. I'm just talking about just like relative to life experience. Because there's some 24-year-olds who lived a lot of life. But not when you fucking 40. At 40 years old, there's no way you can have the same life experience as a 24-year-old. At 28, maybe. But not at 40. Not at 40. I remember you was there talking about them 22-year-olds, Mr. Sharpe. I like the fact that you threw 22-year-olds in my face as if I'm a fucking pedophile. That's not crazy. That's not crazy. Nigga threw 22-year-olds in my face as if I'm a pedophile. Nah, Dom, you was talking about them 22-year-olds. Nah, Dom, you called them adult women attractive. That's not crazy. That's not nuts. Like, I'm not saying you can't find them attractive, but to date one is where we draw the line.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money.
Because you was 27.
Here comes the money.
Whatever. Shout out to Black Kingpin. The culture evolved with us being these old. The culture evolved with us being these old niggas still stuck in the past, and that's gonna be their downfall. No, it's nuts. You was 27. I'm 27 now. Chubbs, me finding a 22-year-old attractive is not nuts. That is completely normal. I'm talking about dating a 20. Will I date a 22-year-old? Fuck no. But can I see a 22-year-old be like, yo, she's a fine shit? Yes. Chubbs, what are you? Chubbs acting like I'm 50 trying to find 22. Chubbs acting like I'm on some Shannon Sharpe shit. But whatever. The culture is weird, bro. Yeah, man. I don't know. These old niggas real nasty. These old niggas real nasty. A 5-year age that really that crazy. It's not, but also you is 50, Mr. Sharpe. Shut the fuck up, Chubbs. It's not that crazy. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. It's not. But it is. I do look at you slightly differently. I do look at you slightly differently. Because why can't you find a woman your age? Like you telling me it's no 27-year-olds out there that's fine shit to you? It's none of them. Because also I think the bigger problem I have as somebody who's been in tons of relationships, I've been in tons of relationships and tons of situationships, tons of them, like too many to count. This isn't me bragging. This is me talking about how bad I am at relationships. Because if I've been in that many, I can't be that good at them. The one thing I've learned in all these situationships and relationships is that having something to talk about means so much. As somebody who is a professional yapper, like I quite literally get paid to yap. Talking is like one of my favorite things to do on the planet. So if you and I have nothing to talk about, we have no common ground ever, we're just fucking, I'm going to get tired of you easily. I don't care how good that box is. I don't care how good that meow meow cat is. If we don't talk about nothing ever, it's going to get boring. And I do feel like the larger the age gaps get, the harder conversations will become. Because you guys don't have, you won't have similar interests. You won't have similar backgrounds or similar upbringings. You'll come from two different parts of society almost. Like even just me and my girl, like we hang in two different pockets of the internet. Now, granted, our upbringings are still similar, so we have a lot of like things from our past to call back on because we're only 4 years of difference. She's older than me, so we have 4 years difference. Where like we can call back from like our upbringings being similar. But as far as like new stuff, she has no idea what's going on. Now, granted, also is because I'm chronically online, but there's a tons of people my age who are chronically online, and I think that is a connection you can make. Like, I don't know, memes is a language to me, And because it is a language, it can become a love language. And if I send you memes and you don't get it, I will get pissed. What do you mean? What do you mean you don't get this meme? What do you do all day? Yeah, I mean, all these 19 to 23-year-olds are cheaters. They should be. They're 19 to 23-year-olds. She older. Dom got groomed. Yeah, I got groomed, bro. I got groomed. I got groomed, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Dom toxic. Yes, I am. I am. Yeah. Yeah. Are you new here, buddy? I'm not a good person. Memes are ugly. Meme are ugly is the most brain rot thing I've ever heard. Bro, my brain is rotted. What y'all want? I do a show called Brain Rot Jeopardy because my brain is that rotted, bro. I'm not running from the brain rot allegations. I have severe brain rot. Like, my brain does not function the same way yours does. I'm out here like severely locked in on stupid shit. That brain deep fried. Yeah, bro, my brain doesn't. Like, my brain is rotting, yo. No, also part of me, because I do hold a tinge of a toxic masculinity. And one thing about masculinity is we love to explain things. So I do love the idea that my girl is like complete clueless about the internet shit. I get to explain shit to her all the time. Yo, I had my girl watching political streams the other day, yo. No bullshit. I had my girl watching a fucking Hassan stream the other day. She didn't know what was going on. Hassan was quoting Franz Fanon. I just learned who that was. I just started reading his book. Like, you mean? Manosphere music. That Ethan stream? No, I didn't watch the whole Ethan stream. I didn't watch that. What's your thoughts on the Sinners movie, brother? We have 2 videos out about the Sinners movie, brother. We got 2 videos. We got a video on the channel right now. It's literally called Sinners about black capitalism or shit like that. Literally. You got to style with the Hassan glazing. No, I fuck with Hassan. I'd rather Destiny on politics. Destiny is a fucking sexual deviant. Also, Destiny's too center for me. I don't agree with everything Hassan says. I don't. But I'm very like, I'm far left. I'm farther left than Destiny. I'm farther left. Now, when I watch Destiny streams to get what the other side says, yes, to see what people like other people are saying, but I'm not watching Destiny. Destiny's your fave exile. I used to like Destiny, but I don't know. At some point, he went downhill for me. I think Destiny is too comfortable inside. I'm only referring to the politics, y'all. Yeah, no, we also hate his politics, Taylor. Like, I think a lot of the niggas hate his politics. You're a leftist. Destiny's a liberal. Exactly. Do all political streamers suck? I disagree. I mean, it's, to be honest, here's what I say about, here's truthfully what I say about political streamers is that you're only looking, for me, when I first got in politics, when I first started getting into political streamers, I was looking to learn. And now that I know a lot of the baseline shit, I'm only looking for my viewpoint to be repeated back to me. I'm looking for echo chamber. But in times where I need to know what the other side is thinking, I'll go watch a Ben Shapiro. Like, I'm not watching Destiny. Destiny's too fucking centered for me. If I want to hear what the other side is saying, I'm gonna go watch a Ben Shapiro. I'm gonna watch a Candace Owens. I'm gonna watch a Tucker Carlson. I'm gonna figure out what the far right thinks about this. Not what centrists are saying. I don't like centrists, period. I don't like anybody who's too center. Choose a side, my nigga. This world is too polarized, and that's how I rock. Did you just say Candace? Yeah, Candace Owens. Candace Owens. Desi thinks she's smart when you ladies talk fast. Yeah. Isn't Desi like a known fucking Wikipedia Googler? Destiny is best at fighting the alt-right and radicalism. I agree. Hassan comes off as a white savior type. That's interesting. I don't see that. I don't get that from Hassan. Because number one, Hassan isn't white. He's Middle Eastern. So I get that. I get that viewpoint for sure. But Hassan, here's what I say about Hassan. Hassan doesn't teach you anything. Hassan expects you to know the readings, which I appreciate that. I appreciate that about Hassan. Because you watch Hassan stream, Hassan is referencing ideologies and books that he just expects you to know. There's no like, I'm explaining these ideas to you. It's like, nah, just know it. Just know it. And that kind of like makes me feel like, oh, why don't I know this? Nah, he's white, but no, he's literally Middle Eastern. Like he's literally Middle Eastern. Now, in America, the white man, yeah, he's white. Here we go, glazing. I'm not glazing. Do I think Hassan's proximity to whiteness has benefited him inside our white supremacy? Yes, because he presents as a white man. Yes, I agree with y'all. But is he like? Are we going like by America's definition of white? Then yeah, he's a white man, like for sure. By America's definition, he's a fucking cracker, like. But also with the name Hassan. So, yeah, I mean. But I do think I think my issue with calling somebody like Hassan white is that I think when white like, okay, for example, inside America, inside this white supremacy patriarchy that we live under, Hassan will be white when Hassan's white because he's a leftist and he's so far left. No, here's my fault. Hassan, to those people on Fox News, Hassan is a Middle Eastern man. He's for sure Middle Eastern. But if Hassan was like a right-wing Republican, he would be a white man. So I think that's where it gets different in my opinion. He's rich, he's not white. What is white outside the USA? That's a good question. I'm telling you something right now. America's race politics is different than everybody else's in the world. And I really couldn't explain it to you because I'm not that well versed in geopolitical talks. So I really couldn't tell you. Really could tell you. Fitting into the concept of whiteness and literally being white are different. I agree. Yeah. Your daughter brings Hassan home for dinner. He'll be very far from what you expect to walk in. And that's the problem with us racism. Okay, I see what you're saying. Because if my daughter's, first of all, my daughter says she bringing home Hassan, I'm thinking it's a move from North Philly. Let's start there. Because the only Hassans I ever know is like niggas from North Jersey, like Hassan Reddick. It's mooks. It's black mooks. But I'm be honest with y'all, I did not watch, since we talk about Hassan, I watched like an hour of the debate. By the way, it was 2 unemployed Super Bowls this weekend, and I want to talk about both of them. There was 2 Super Bowls for unemployed people this weekend. The whites had Hassan versus Ethan, and hip hop had DJ Head versus Maul. And I watched some of Hassan one. I watched some of the Hassan versus Ethan shit because I thought maybe they could get on to like talk about some of the issues, like really get. That's been like a beef they having for like 2 years now, but they didn't, and that sucked. It was Ethan trying to get gotcha moments, and Hassan being like super condescending to him, just calling him crazy the whole time. Like, which I get, because Hassan didn't want to engage with it, but he's not a good enough debater to be like, I'm not engaging with your petty beefs with me. So it was like this huge disconnect where Hassan obviously wanted to talk about the issue with this, which is the genocide, but Ethan was like, no, I actually hate you. So it's just this huge thing. And then hip hop had their unemployed Super Bowl which was DJ Head versus Maul. Now I didn't watch any of that, and I don't watch any of that because, truthfully, there is no world in which I think DJ Head or Maul are good talkers or debaters, and I want to watch them talk. I'm not watching that shit. Not a single piece of my soul wanted to watch Maul try to debate or DJ Head try to debate. That's not something I want to do at all. At all. That shit was, and I saw clips of it. I was like, oh yeah, this is exactly what I expected. This is exactly what I expected. Somebody said, two representatives of both sides, LMAO. Two of the worst representatives. It was a great debate to me. DJ was chill. Here's my problem with DJ Head. I don't think, here's my problem. I think both of them, how do I talk about this? As somebody who, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I was writing a video essay. By the way, it takes me months to write a video essay. That's why I only got it. None of it came out, but I'm working on them. That's why I got the other channel. But I was writing a video essay. Like I was going to do like a year, like I was going to do a retrospective on the Drake and Kendrick beef. I was going to do one. And I got like 2 pages deep. And the further I got into it, the thing I noticed was, number one, I can't be objective about this. There's no way to be objective about this because I have biases. So even when I tried to be objective, my objectivity was still through the lens of I don't like that nigga. So that's number one. And secondly, I've seen a lot of people doing like, a year later talks about what happened last year. I don't think people realize, here's what I think. I think in a different timeline where that shit didn't last as long as it did, I think in a different timeline, if the moment didn't last for a whole year, then maybe the retrospective talks would have been valid. Maybe we could have really delved into it deeper and looked at it objectively, maybe. But because the stands muddied the waters and because it lasted so long, it was like everybody wants to get out the moment. No, it hit me this weekend. It literally hit me this weekend. They said Not Like Us dropped May 4th. The pop-out concert was June 18th. That's 6 weeks. It was 6 weeks from the release of the song to the concert. 6 weeks, my nigga. And then the song didn't die then. The song was the #1 song in the country, and then he performed at the Super Bowl. There is no retrospective because we're still living in the moment. Like, we're still living in the moment. The moment hasn't passed us by. The moment had how could you go back in time and be like, oh yeah, let's look at this again. Let's like relive this moment of hip hop when the moment is still currently happening. We haven't got over it. We haven't gotten over it. So to me, a lot of those talks just fell flat to me. A lot of it fell flat to me. Did I want to participate in those talks? Yeah, because I have opinions, right? 6 bad take is crazy. What I don't care what y'all talking about. I have opinions. Like I am an opinionated man. I do a podcast. I do a live stream. So obviously I want to contribute to it. But in what world do I want to like put myself back in those muddy waters again? Like, I want y'all to know, last year when 4-9 was covering the channel, I hated posting on YouTube. I hated it because I knew niggas was gonna hate my opinion. And especially at that point where like I didn't go full Drake dick eater because I was still criticizing, critiquing Drake, but I was a Drake fan and I was still like hating on Kendrick, but I was still giving his props. I was trying to be objective through like my fan lens. There was neither side liked me. The Drake fans never really came to my rescue because I didn't go, no, Drake won. I wasn't like lying and being like, Drake won. And then the Kendrick stands hated me because I wouldn't just say Drake is a pedophile loser and we should kill him. Like, it was awful. I like, what part of me, like, nothing about that. Nothing about that moment made me want to relive that. So, I don't know. it was two Super Bowls for unemployed this weekend, and both of them sucked. Both of them sucked. Neither of the Super Bowls were good watches. Neither of them. Bro, I watched some of the Hassan shit, bro. The point that made me like turn off the stream. I was watching it. I watched the playback of the podcast. The point that made me turn it off is when Ethan brings up the swastika sword, right? And Ethan's whole point is like, well, if you're doing a hit piece on a Jewish man, why would you hold his sword as a swastika? And instead of Hassan just being level-headed and being like, I know in the video I said I called it a swastika sword, the swastika sword, but it's not actually a swastika. It slightly resembles one, and I didn't choose the sword; they chose it. And I didn't have editing power. Now, in hindsight, could I see how that could have hurt your feelings? Yes, but that wasn't intentional and that wasn't anti-Semitism. It was just a sword that people happened to pick up. Instead of attacking a point head on, being empathetic and just calling it what it was, like, yeah, I can see how you could come to that conclusion, but also it wasn't that. Hassan was just like, Ethan, you're being crazy. You're being crazy, Ethan. You're being crazy. And then fucking funniest part, Ethan at some point was like, I know it's not a swastika sword. He's like, I know it's not a swastika sword. You know it's not a swastika sword. But at the same time, it's a swastika sword. What the fuck? What the fuck did I just listen to? I know it's not a swastika sword. You know it's not a swastika sword. But at the same time, it's a swastika sword. Huh? I couldn't believe my ears. I couldn't believe my ears. I couldn't believe my ears. And every time Hassan would start to get a point off, Ethan would be like, "Oh my God, bro, you're so boring. You're so boring. You're so boring." I didn't watch it, but I already disliked Hassan, by the way. Yeah. We're not doing in-depth talks, Chubbs. I'm just rehashing. I'm talking about the unemployed Super Bowls, man. Hassan and Ethan do the exact same thing. It's from Bleach, and it does look like one. If Hassan was a real fan of Bleach, he would have found a better defense. Yo, you said Hassan got an anime stylist? you know how they be saying Castanet Kyle got an emotion stylist. He got a stylist for everything. He got a music stylist. You saying that Hassan got an anime stylist? And he not really a fan. Niggas just telling him what animes he should watch to get the weeb audience. He got an anime stylist. I don't know. It was very funny to watch, though. Who will win in a fight, Hassan or Ethan? Hassan will kill him. Hassan, weeb knowledge would have helped in the debate is what I'm hearing. Not even weeb knowledge, just like a bet, just explaining it way better. Hassan anime style sure get paid. Yo, Hassan having anime style is not crazy. That's not nuts. All right. So yeah, the unemployed Super Bowls, man. The unemployed Super Bowls. Good time to be unemployed. Good time to be unemployed. That shit was 4 hours. I didn't watch all that shit either, bro. I watched maybe an hour. And not even like a full, like, looking at an hour. I was up cooking and like cleaning my house and it was just on in the background. Here's what I say about debates. I hate debates. I truly hate debates. I learned this when I think debate content, if you enjoy debate content, you are a pervert. I hate debates. Like, if you enjoy debate content, you are a debate pervert, and I get that saying now. It makes sense to me. Like, as somebody like I do the hip hop show on Wednesdays now. I don't know that. I think that might become a thing. For everybody who knows, for a long time I've been telling you how much I hated Culture United, and behind the scenes I've been secretly trying to build a competitor to it. And I'm finally putting the pieces together of like a hip hop show with like differences of opinions. You know, I didn't just hate for no reason. I decided to build the competitor. But doing that show with July Jackson and Top 5 Troy, what I learned about that, and that's not really debates, it's like hip hop talks, but it can be seen as debate. The comment section niggas like, this is amazing talks. I was like, bro, I was doing that show, I was exacerbated. I masturbated on a show, whatever. I was tired. I was exhausted because it was like, nobody's hearing my points. Now, here's the funny thing. July Jackson and Top 5 Troy, hard-headed guys. Those guys are not going to see points. If you watch the show multiple times, I am making concessions to move a point along. I'm like, okay, I'll give you that, but let's push the point forward. Because I know, also got to realize, 4 and I used to do debates every fucking episode on the podcast. Every episode, 4 and I used to pick something, pick a topic and debate it for 3 hours. And what I learned doing those talks with 4 is that the only way to advance conversations is to make concessions. You have to concede. You have to concede certain points to evolve the topic. If you don't, you'll get stuck on one thing forever. You get stuck on one thing forever. Just one thing. And I feel like that's what happens in most debate shows. Most debate shows is nigga just getting stuck at one topic because y'all can't agree. Because there's no agreements. There's no, okay, I see your point here, but I disagree with this part. Or I disagree with this part, but I see your point here. Just so there can be some kind of mutual understanding of each other. Sometimes when I watch the debate shows, there's no understanding happening. There's only me telling you my ideas. Yo, here's my idea. Okay, here's my idea. Well, now we got both ideas out, so now we're done. No, it should be more than that. It should be more than that. It should be more than just I'm telling you my idea, you're telling me your idea. There should be some understanding of each other. Debates with no middle ground are the ones that suck. And truth be told, if you go back and watch, now I'm gonna keep doing it. I've already scheduled the next one for a few weeks from now. But if you go back and watch it, I'm the only person making July Jackson made a few concessions. July Jackson made a few. Top 5 Troy, friend of the show. That guy is a master manipulator, dog. That nigga is a manipulator. Friend of the show. Some of the worst arguments ever, and he'll die on it. He'll die on it. He'll die with some of the worst arguments ever and be like, yeah, no, that's my opinion. And then here's the thing that I don't like. Here's what I don't like. I hate manipulators. Here's why. I don't like niggas who in the face of I don't like niggas who in the face of adversity decide to just stay calm. Bitch, we're having a disagreement. It's okay to show emotion. Don't use that manipulator tactic on me like, yo, why you so emotional? Why are you so emotional? Like, what's up? My friend manipulating me in front of 100 people. I be calm in adversity. Nah, bro, be a human. Be human. It's okay to show emotions, bro. Like, no Dom Gaslight. No, be human, bro. It's okay to show emotions. It's okay to be like, oh, I feel away. My throat started hurting in adversity. Got it. You sucking dick in adversity. Call me a bitch ass nigga or something. For sure. Bring back human emotions. Yo, it's okay to show emotions, chat. It's nothing wrong with being emotional and showing emotions. That is a fine thing to do. Completely normal. I be over emotional and niggas don't care. That's why I don't argue. Record Troy next debate, Dom. I got to. Every debate, every video is recorded. It's on the channel. It's on the channel, bro. Yo, Don, why you looking mad cinematic right now? You got a new camera? No, I did not get a new camera. I changed the settings. First, I fucked up the settings, then I had to work around the settings, and now we got this. We got this little like blacker vibe going. It's like darker tones. You know what I mean? I had to fix it. You know what I mean? I'm doing the best with what I got. I'm doing the best with what I got, chat. Speaking of, by the way, before I get to any of my topics I wrote down, a lot of JBTV content was hit the towers this weekend. The towers being the timeline. So I want to react to that Mark Lamont Hill ish shit. I kind of want to talk about that for a second. Because they had a slight debate off camera. Now, I've seen this shit 1,000 times and I can't find it now. This is why I got a bookmark shit, even if I don't think I'm gonna talk about it. Here we go.
They brought scientists in to say that black people were inferior, mentally inferior to white people, and they had scientists that proved it.
Can I respond to that?
Quote unquote proved it.
Can I respond to that? The science that you're talking about, phrenology, which is the sort of early. Am I wrong? Did I say something wrong?
No, you're saying a whole bunch of words to say ish. You're right. They did have scientists that came in and said a bunch of bullshit.
Can I respond? Because you said to let you finish, and then you started rolling your eyes and turning red. Phrenology was not a science. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying a bunch of words to say you're right. I'm saying a bunch of words to saying you're misrepresenting the history of this. I actually know a lot about this. Can I finish?
No, because they had biologists. It's not just one science. And this is when you start.
You're wrong. You're wrong. You're absolutely wrong about this.
Hey, Mark.
Can I finish?
We can have this conversation.
No, hold on.
We can have this conversation.
You say you don't like to get cut off.
I don't want to do it on the camera.
That's fine, but you said your whole thing, and then I said 3 words. You come in and say I'm saying too many words. Do you mind if I respond to what you said? May I, if it's okay with you? Okay. So phrenology was not a science. It was a pseudoscience. It was skull measuring. It was. Phrenology was not a science, and phrenology wasn't based on empirical data. It was based on skull measuring. What Ish is right about is that they were talking about brain sizes, but the theory that the brain size was connected to intelligence was not empirically proven. It is nowhere near what happens when you talk about the sphere of the earth, the shape of the earth. The science that black people were not intelligent based on their brain size was never proven, and the scientists who came in have been discredited, not their method, but them as scientists as such. In other words, they never did a scientific method. And the biologists that he's talking about were absolutely not involved with phrenology. That's a whole, he's talking about the Galton studies. There's about 4 or 5 other studies. I actually just finished a book on this, writing one. And there absolutely was not about skull measuring. And if you want, I can show you the data right now. Would you like to see the studies? I happen to have them right here in my pocket. You want to see them? Because I can show you, I can empirically disprove.
Dog. Yo, nigga said, I just finished a book about this, writing it. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy, bro. Don't tell me you just finished writing a book about the thing we arguing about. What are they arguing about? Ish was arguing about some pseudo white supremacist science about how white people said our brains were smaller because they used to measure our skull size, and some weird pseudoscience, some weird racist pseudoscience from my older times. And Mark Lamont is like, that's not a real science. It wasn't based on empirical evidence or data. It was just some made up racism. And Mark Lamont, being the resident smart nigga of that show, just kicked Ish back in. Now, I'm not too familiar with that show anymore because I don't watch it. I don't watch that show. I stopped watching a while back ago. But for all the clips I've seen, it seems like the guy who thinks he's smart. Seems like the guy who thinks he's smarter than everybody else. Mark Lamont Hill is actually smarter than everybody else. Like, actually smart. Like, actually does political talks. Actually does social commentary. Actually knows the things. And Ish cannot compete with that. Now, somebody who's talked to a lot of cornbread 2 niggas, bro, I talk to a lot of these niggas who are smarter than me. I shut the fuck up. One thing you gotta learn, listen, Unc FD taught me the word autodidact intellect. What that means is you're a self-taught scholar. What that means is you use real world knowledge and information you attained on your own to create arguments, right? Autodidact. Is that what it's called? There it is. Somebody help me out. Ish is definitely one of those autodidact niggas, bro. Like he don't got the same book smarts that Mark Lamont Hill has. What I'm saying here is you got to know when actual smart niggas is talking. When niggas who actually done the reading, niggas who actually got the fucking degrees to match this shit is talking, shut the fuck up and listen and learn something. Listen and learn something, dog. The other day I just did, I'm gonna be on Lil Bill channel. Lil Bill working on this video, and he fucking asked me to be in it. He interviewed me. While I was talking to Lil Bill, he wanted me to speak, like he wanted me to talk, he wanted my opinion, but he's smarter than me. So I learned, as part of me was just listening to him talk, I was like, I'm soaking up words and shit. You in a little bit, yes. Lil Bill, he's working on the video. I'm going to be in it. He fucking interviewed me this weekend. Some sauce. I am the industry plant of cornbread YouTube. It's official. I'm the industry plant of cornbread YouTube. I've done Elaine Friends 13 times. Fucking Unc FD's on the channel. Lil Bill's. I'm in a Lil Bill video. I just have 4 men in the channel. I am the industry plant of cornbread YouTube. It is what it is. But yeah, like I don't think Ish has that skill. Now, I think Chubb said something earlier in chat. I was talking. He said, Dom, you don't understand it's an ego thing. Ish was on the show before him, so he was thinking Mark was trying to embarrass him as a newcomer on the show. Which, no, it's definitely can't claim industry, but we need at least 10,000. Yeah, you right. We need at least 10,000. You right. A lot of it is definitely like him not, a lot of it is him thinking that Mark Lamont Hill is trying to emasculate him or some shit like that. He don't want to be embarrassed. But I think that comes down to you thinking you smarter than you are. Ish don't have that skill. The skill is shutting up. I'm gonna be real with you, nigga. Shutting up is a life skill you learn, bro. It's a life skill, bro. And I didn't always know when to shut the fuck up. He cooked other castmates too. That's the thing too. Ish was the resident smart niggas. He used to cook everybody else in the base. I remember when they had Dr. Umar on. All the clips I saw was Ish talking to Dr. Umar. Ish was being the guy confronting Dr. Umar. That was his role. Now we got a real nigga who do political talks. Shut the fuck up. You shut up. Yeah, shut up, bro. Yo, there's a point in the stream I did on Friday with Foreign Man. And Foreign Man started talking about some smart shit, and I shut the fuck up. I backed away from the mic. I was reading chat. I was like, cook. Yeah. Because to me, it's like, yeah, who am I to be like, no, y'all don't deserve this information? Who am I to be like, oh, let me talk over this information? Who am I? Who am I to say those things? Who am I? That feels incomplete. As a real yap, it really is a skill to learn how to shut the fuck. I'm telling you, bro, there's moments I've been doing a podcast with Four for 3 years now. Four is my B mic, right? But there are moments when I can tell Four got a lot to say, and I shut the fuck up. I'm like, I'm gonna let Four cook here. There are other moments I'm like, Four, you cooking a bad meal, let me talk over you. But there's other moments when I'm like, Four, go. Cause I know Four is better than me. Like when it comes to like breaking down like music and movies and like and that kind of media, Four consumes more of it than me. Not only does he consume more of it as like a whole, but also Four actually watches more people who consumes that stuff. So he has a better understanding of what that kind of talk should sound like and what it should look like, what it should feel like. So when it's time for Four to do that, he got it. He got it. You gotta learn to shut the fuck up. Shutting the fuck up is a skill, bro. Shut the fuck up is a life skill that niggas like, you mean, everybody should learn. Now, by the way, I learned how to insert ads. I've learned how to insert ads, but I can't insert one right now. Why can't I insert right now, bro? They told me how to do it, and now they saying I can't insert ads, man. I've learned how to insert the ads. All right. Ad time. Did y'all get one? Chat, is an ad play right now? Chat, is an ad playing right now? Chat, is an ad playing right now? No. No, fuck. I got premium, big dog. Nah. I got you. All right, damn. Don going corporate. This is the start. Yo, how I'm going corporate because I'm playing ads? Yo, give me the buck. That's corporate. Y'all got ad blocker on. You fucking communist. Ooh. You fucking communist. All of you are communists. Every single one of you. Fucking commie. We get one ad when he writing. Oh, my fault, yo. I'm booming you glee for the revolution, Mr. Sharpe. Wait, why I'm getting boomed? Hold on. I'm getting boomed because I ran an ad? One ad get me boom, chat? One ad, and all of a sudden, I am the elites. One ad. One ad, and I'm one of the elites now. And I gotta go with LeBron. That's not crazy to y'all? One ad? One ad and I'm no longer part of the revolution. Even a half ad get you booed. we keep in Brian? Nah, you're not talking about y'all trying to be Brian. He gonna have a white wife next. All right, now we've gone too far, chat. We've gone too far. Y'all, we've gone too far. We passed the point of realism. All right, maybe I'm a sellout, but I fuck white women. All right, going too far now. I may be a capitalist, but I'm never a snow bunny fucker. I tell you what. Yeah, you know what I mean? I may be a capitalist, but I never fuck white women, nigga. Don't do that. Light-skinned girlfriend. My girlfriend dark skin. Y'all niggas better stop with this. Y'all niggas better stop. Racially ambiguous woman on the way. If Don can play as a kid, Beyonce. Wait, time out. Y'all trading me for Beyonce? That's the trade we getting off? Me for Beyonce? Fuck y'all. Fuck everybody in chat. Fuck the whole chat. Fuck the whole chat, yo. No one thing. Fuck the whole chat. Can I tell you about my crash out I had on Twitter this weekend? Well, this morning. If you don't know, lucky you if you don't know, there was some talks going around. I don't know who the fuck started it. Matter of fact, I do know who started it because I blocked the initial tweet. I blocked the initial tweeter. It's some guy with 92 at the end of his ad name. So he was born in 1992. Started about some women who 200 pounds slight work. And that tweet spawned tons of women and men talking about whether or not is 200 pounds too much to date somebody. A bunch of niggas who definitely fuck 200-pound women in real life is like, I never fuck no 200-pound bitch. I never gonna fuck no 200-pound hoe. And a bunch of women who are 200 pounds on the timeline was like, so y'all don't fuck 200-pound women now? Mind you, she knows she fine shit, but trying to throw herself, trying to get nasty shit off. I saw these talks and I crashed out. 34-year-old women are posting pictures of themselves with captions saying, y'all don't like women that weigh 200 pounds? Every day I want to nuke this planet. You are all losers. I hate that they trying to get picked, and I hate some of you, and I hate some of y'all are in the DMs trying to pick them. I hate all of you. I pray to God your children never find your digital footprint and see how you displayed yourself on a digital auction block for a man who drives trucks, but he's funny on Twitter. I know a lot of people say they miss old Twitter, but I'm starting to realize that some of you have never left. Please grow up. It's not 2011 anymore. You guys have jobs and should be starting families, not participating in stupid social media trends. The part that fries me the most is y'all not even influencers or creators. You just in year 10 of being a Twitter honey. And you lose ass niggas know damn well y'all fuck bitches over 200 pounds. Please shut the fuck up. Just losers talking to losers. I've never typed a tweet this long, but it's 5 a.m. and I'm trying to enjoy my peaceful doom scroll without seeing you losers. I was upset. Yeah, I was mad as shit. I was mad. By the way, I think they deserved it. I'll tell you what. I'll keep it being with you. I think they deserved it. This paragraph I ain't reading. Funny enough, it got 28 likes and 5 retweets. Niggas read it. That's the funny part. ChatGPT copy positive? You think I use ChatGPT? No. I don't use. Bro, it was 5:30 a.m. No, it's 4:30 a.m. 4:48, and I'm just fucking typing away. By the way, I almost stopped here. I almost stopped here and posted a meme, but I said no. I gotta use a real language today, not a digital language. I gotta use a real language, the written word, and I just crashed out, bro. I crashed out. But you gotta realize how upsetting. Last weekend we were having amazing, peaceful talks about 100 men versus a gorilla. This week we're talking about will we fuck 200-pound women? What is there to talk about? You gotta realize, bro. Also, I realize I'm doubling down on my hate for millennials, dog. As a 27-year-old, I hate niggas who are 30. I truly do. Because it's something, I don't know, and I pray to God it don't happen to me, but it probably will because it's how this shit work. There's something that happened when you just turn corny at a certain point in time. At a certain point in time, you just become corny. You just become corny. And I don't know when it happens, and I think I might be approaching that age, maybe 28's the age. Maybe this is the year I become corny. If so, 27 Club, October 26th, I'm out of here. But I kept all the women who I was seeing, everybody who posted pics of themselves, it was like, join Twitter in 2009. I'm like, oh, you're 35. Every guy had fucking 89 at the end of it was Big Papa _89 talk about some, I never fuck 200-pound women. Yes, the fuck you do. Yes, you do, Big Papa _89. You fuck mad bitches who 200 pounds. Actually, you fuck some 300-pounders too. Nobody give a fuck. Who cares? Who the fuck cares how big the bitch is? You love a bitch, yes or no? That's why these talks jive me insane, because who the fuck cares how big the bitch is? Bro. Plot twist, you been clean. We just fuck with you. I'm kidding. Pussy is pussy, right? Fuck pussy is pussy. A woman is a woman, right? Do you like the woman? Is she a vibe? She cool? Can you talk to her? Does she suck your dick? That's all that matters. Yo, she cool? She a vibe? She suck your dick? Like, that's all that matters, broski. Why do it matter how big the bitch is? Like, it's like, dating discourse drives me insane, bro. It drives me nuts because what is the point of these talks? Who is it for? Who is it for? Who is it for? What I realized this weekend is just an opportunity for the pick-me's on both ends to fucking display themselves. We losing Dom to corny in the year. Yeah, I'm out of here at 20. Listen, October 26th, I'll be going. If I start to feel corny coming on, October 26th, I'm out of here, yo. I speak for everybody. We bringing back 50-50 relationship talks. No, we not, bro. No, we not, bro. Twitter is full of 30-years doing high school talks and debates. I realized that, bro. Twitter is my favorite app. Twitter's literally my favorite app, but it kills me, bro. I'm dying. My app is dying. What happened to the game I used to love? What happened to the game I used to love? It's fine not to engage. No, I'm not engaging. I blocked everybody. But the fact I still have to read it is what bothers me. Because at a certain point, talks become so big. By the way, I hate the word discourse. Can I say that too? I hate that word. I hate the word discourse. I hate the word. I hate the word discourse. Because now you niggas having discourse. You niggas having monkey monologues. It's not discourse. You niggas not having talks. You niggas not. There's no discourse happening. It's monkey ramblings. You niggas is not having talks or discourse. You niggas is being weirdos. I hate the word horizons. What the fuck? Ain't no talks happening. Everybody, here's what I realized, bro. And by the way, it's not just a single people neither, because you would think that it's only single people who are participating inside these stupid dating conversations. No, what happens is the men and women who are in relationships decide to offer their opinion as if they are some expertise inside relationships because y'all got married. First of all, y'all share herpes. Let's start there. Y'all share herpes. Y'all had no other choice but to get married. How about that? How about the reason y'all got married because y'all got a fucking 7-year-old? How about that? How about the reason y'all got married is because he couldn't find nobody better? It's everybody participating in these stupid ass fucking talks. For what reason? For what reason? To get viral tweets? Shut up! Moon kicking malarkey is crazy. Thank y'all for allowing me to get that off my chest. Thank y'all for allowing me to do that. I needed to get that off my chest, yo. I appreciate that. Just the LA way versus. Ooh! Oh! Yo, in 2022, I wanted to kill Justin LA Boy. I wanted to kill Justin LA Boy. By the way, I know his name is Justin LaBoy. Fuck that. His name Justin. I wanted to kill him. In 2022, You cannot watch a woman's Instagram story without seeing a Justin L.A. Boy post. I wanted him dead. Turning Dom gay. Look at the. No, I am gray. I am gray. I'm not gonna lie. My hairline came back just for my hair to turn gray. It's so funny. My hairline came back just for my hair to turn gray. It's crazy, bro. It's fucked up what they did to me, bro. It's fucked up. I didn't hate consciously. What happened was I didn't like how he constantly defended the brick lady. The brick lady was obviously a grifter and a liar, and he went to bat for her bad. And I was like, listen, I get protect all black women, believe all victims. I get that. I get it. 1,000% I get it. But she was obviously a grifter. She was lying. Bro, the lady said she got hit with a brick. Why am I relitigating the brick lady situation? The lady said she got hit with a brick. But the only damage she had was a big ass scar on her face. Like not scar, but a big ass lump. If you don't know, bricks are made of stone, rocks. If you ever touch a stone or a rock, unless it's very smooth, which bricks aren't, they're rough. If you got hit with a brick in the face, your face wouldn't just like fucking puff up like that. It would be bruises, rips, and cuts. It didn't make sense. It like she had an allergic reaction. Now I wasn't mad at him defending the black women, because truth be told, black women don't get enough defense inside our society. So I'm with him. I'm with you. But at what point did he be like, no, she's a liar? Dom, you like Makai Pfeiffer. I see it. I see it. I see it. Yeah, I see it. I see it. I see it. I see it. I can see it. We got similar head shapes, noses, and all that. I can see it. Not in the facial feature, but in structure. Makai got more motion though. Okay. What the fuck? That was crazy. Right, he said, yeah, it's got no motion. That was nuts. For no reason he said that shit, bro. That's not crazy, bro. Down. What happened to the 360 Waves project? You know what? Tight shit. Nigga said, just so you know. Just so you know not crazy, though. Get locks. Nah, I've given up on my lock journey, bro. I've tried so many times, bro. I've tried. I used to have braids. Bro. I had braids for a little minute. Let me see if I can find a pic of me with braids. I pull it up on screen now. Let me see. First of all, I gotta download it. I gotta email it to myself. Let me see. Here we go. I gotta go back to 2021. That's when I had braids. Also, let me tell you something. I've never deleted any of the. I don't delete any pictures, so I immediately went back to 2021, and I just see whole shit. I'm seeing 2021 dick pics. I'm seeing 2021 sex tapes. I'm seeing 2021 nudes. Yeah, bro, I gotta start deleting shit, bro. Cause why I'm looking at my dick from 2021? Why I'm looking at my 2021 dick right now? That's not abysmal. That's not crazy to be looking at my dick from. I'm seeing nudes. Damn, this is some fine shit I was fucking. Damn. I really had it, broski. You mean been that? Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to find a pic with me with braids, bro. Was it 21 or 22? Shit. I can't find it. It is. Jim Jones was. I did. I did. Historical. Me pics not crazy. No, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Dom had the meek braids. I did have meek braids, bro. I did. My shits was nappy too. My shits was nappy too, bro. Cause I got like a looser texture of curl. Not to be on textures and shit, but niggas started this stream calling me a Dominican, so it's obvious my hair is looser texture. So I would get braids, and within like 2 days, my shit would be fuzzy. Like it was cooked, bro. It was cooked. Like I used to get a fresh braid within 2 days. My shit was all fucked up. I'm like, bro, I just braided my junk, bro. I just braided my junk. It was bad vibes, bro. You Cherokee. I'm not Cherokee, my nigga. Get a fro? Nah. I mean, I might want to get a fro this month because, you mean, I don't know when I'm going to make it to my barber. Here. I found a pic of how long my hair was. I pulled it up on stream now. Hold on. Let me I'm not gonna email it to myself. I'm just DM it to myself. Keep it a stack. Keep it a stack of Rooney. Stack of Rooney not crazy? Why hell let me say that? Why the fuck y'all let me say stack of Rooney just now? Why the that's the wrong one. There we go. Where's my Twitter? Here we go. I sent a photo. Wow, shit. Why am I over here? I'm showing my DMs off. Damn. By the way, ain't nothing in my DMs, by the way. I ain't got no hugs, bro. I ain't got. It's fucking me DMing Deontay Hitchcock, bro. That's the most motion I got these days. Why can't I? Why is not? Hold on, chat. I'm trying. There we go. Yeah, I mean. Cherokee Princess not crazy. Dom Dom Navajo? That's not crazy to y'all? I'm Navajo? Nah, you are Dominican. I swear to God, I'm not Dominican, bro. I swear to God. I have four black grandparents, bro. The baddest. Long hair, don't care. Pocahontas over here. Bro, you're like a black Hebrew Israelite. Oh, fuck. Y'all good, though? Hold on, y'all good? Y'all good? Clock that T. All right. Y'all good? Y'all good? Bro, you good? Is y'all good, though? Like, before we go any further, is y'all good? That's how Stubbs be looking. Bro. Not only am I fighting Dominican allegations, but I'm fighting like too bad to be straight allegations. Dog got abolitionists here. Now why the studs in it? Y'all niggas is crazy, bro. Hold on. I think I got another one in here. I'm trying to find my braided joint, bro. I definitely had braids. That picture I took, that picture I just showed y'all, I just took my braids out. And I was like, no, bro, look at the texture of my shit, bro. Look at the texture of my hair, bro. Like I was really. Hold on. I got one for y'all. Now, this is when my hair was a bit shorter. Hold on. By the way, somebody called me abolitionist. You're not wrong, nigga. I was saying it by myself. Look, Freddie Doug Fro. Look, I'm like Frederick Douglass. I like Frederick Douglass. Look, I called it out. Bro, oh my God, what the fuck you look like, bro? Listen, bro. This is, by the way, this is also chin strap. I don't got a chin strap. It's the same beard. It's the same beard, but this part didn't connect yet. This part wasn't really connected all the way. I mean, hers is crazy. Why you put a light skin face on? Yeah, I mean, for the huzz, bro. For the huzz. You like Chocolate Shrek? Chocolate Shrek not crazy? You like a villain in Tyler Perry movie? All right. By the way, also just took my braids out. You can tell by like how the hair is textured. Yo, I was such a slut for like the hair freshly out the braid look. Such a slut for it, bro. Every time I took my hair out the braids, I gave it to him. I was a slut for that, bro. I was giving it to him in the story every time. And by the way, I'm gonna keep it a buck. The braid out. Yeah, the braid out. That's what it's called, Liz. The braid out. And by the way, I would post it on the story, and a husband would be like, oh, let me braid your hair. Oh, let me come braid your hair. Oh, let me come braid your hair. I'm like, yo, chill, like, chill. I was getting nasty work off. I'm gonna keep it a buck, though. I'm gonna keep it a beat. I was getting some nasty shit out, bro. I ain't gonna lie. They was like, let me come braid your hair. Let me come braid your hair. I know what that meant. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I've received so much undeserving pussy because I had hair. So much vagina I didn't deserve because I had hair. Probably I did deserve it. I ain't gonna lie. Fuck it. But I used to, yeah, man, they be like, let me come braid your hair. I'm like, sure. Yeah, I come over. Yeah. What time you want me to come over? Like 6 o'clock? Oh, yeah, no, I could be there at 1 a.m. Who the fuck get in here braided at 1 a.m.? Who? Nobody. I was over there trying to crash cheeks. I was trying to give cheeks to pounding. Nigga, I was not. Fuck all that. Fuck all that do my hair shit. Bitch, give me some pussy. What are you talking about? Never heard of hair motion. You never had hair. See, I'm a real. Then he earned it with the Huz. I was DI. Then earn it. DI. Hold on, I gotta grow my hair out. Never heard it. Let me tell you something, bro. Every nigga with locks, them niggas is getting pussy off their locks. Every nigga with braids getting pussy off their braids. It's a fact, bro. It's a fact. Hair motion is a thing, bro. It's a thing. It's a real sauce. Is it a good sauce? Depends. It's a real thing. Let me braid your hair. Tight shit. All right, yeah. And what else? And what else? Yeah. Because I know you ain't just braiding his hair. I still got braid pics in my dating profile. You got to let that go. Zay, you got to let that shit go. I ain't going to lie. I'm saying that, but my shit's not up no more. But when I don't use them. But they are up still. And I still got pictures of my hair was dyed in it. That's because I was using it when my hair was dyed. The hair motion don't work for me because I keep a crazy front taper. Yeah, you can't do that. Hair motion is real, but having the right to cut for your mog, bald niggas got their own motion too. But do bald niggas got motion? Do bald niggas get the motion? I'm not gonna lie, yo. Yo, what's up, Haas? Haas, you a freaky ass nigga. Haas, stay in chat. Give me 7 minutes and I'm gonna kick you back in, Haas. Give me 7 minutes, I'm gonna kick you back in. Let me tell you something though. Cause I went bald a few months ago, as we all know. I was bald. And my girl, she was fucking with it. I wasn't fucking with it, but my girl, she was fucking with it. My girl, she was fucking with it. But I'll tell you this. My girl was fucking with it. And then Olay, I show a picture of me. I show a picture of me and my girl to Olay. And Olay was like, "Oh, you look good, bald." And I was like, "Whoa." And this is an older woman thing. At a certain point in age is it just 30 years old? Do women just find a taste for bald men? Because my girl 31. I think Olay around that same age. I'm like, is it an age thing? Cause you still have a beard. Cut it off and see what happens. I'm not cutting my beard off, bro. I'm not cutting my beard. You're tripping. They dads was bald. You right, bro. Not a fan, but they do be choosing. They do. I've definitely seen women rubbing baldies. I don't know. Is it age grabs? I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. Cause I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if the young ones go easy on the young ones, but the young ones is fucking with the baldies. Like, I don't know. Lens, you tell me. Lens 21. Lens, you tell me. If old boy walked up to you with a baldy, is you going for that, Lens? It's auntie sauce for sure. Bald and beard is a look. Yeah. My daddy bald with a beard right now. No, Lens said no, I like hair. Lens, come talk to me in 9 years. Lens, hey, Lambo Lens, come talk to me in 9 years and see if you got that same take. We gotta see. Oedipus type Bob, yes. I'm not gonna lie, I do think that's part of the reason why, like, I'm attractive to some women. I remind them of their father, a big burly man. Real life experiment. Yeah, Lens, you an experiment now. Come back, come talk to me in 9 years. You know what I mean? Now back to Haas. Now, some of you are new PMs here, but I'm gonna give you some context on who Haas is. Haas used to work for me, used to be my intern. Haas used to fucking, by the way, wasn't a good one. I'll tell you that, wasn't a good one. But Haas used to come sit on no podcast recordings. Haas used to take notes, bad notes, and Haas used to go pick up alcohol for me. But Haas, yo, what's up, Maurice? Haas is interesting because Haas developed into like a really horny, nasty bad man. He's the horny to nasty bad man. And I realized this a while back ago because Haas, every woman that followed me on Instagram, Haas would follow. Like I would go to a shorty page and I'm like, Haas, how do you follow her? What the fuck is this about? Haas, how and why do you know this girl? Shout out Not Your Fuse for the subscription. Haas, how do you know this girl? How and why? The other day on Twitter, sometimes my timeline just get mad horny and it's a bunch of fun shit. Now, as y'all know, I block fun shit. I have no diet to see too many bad bitches on the timeline. Too many bad bitches on the timeline make me uncomfortable. It's like, yo, why you so bad? Get out of here. You bad as shit, mama. I don't need to see you. You too sexy. You way too sexy for me. Get off my timeline. But every time I go to block them, I got to go to their account. I go to their account, and every single time, without fail, Haas is following her. Without fail. They say followers you may know, and Haas is there. Every single time. Every single time. I'm like, Haas, how do you follow every single girl? Every single one. I've been stealing your baddie block, man. You should, bro. Block the baddies, bro. And keep your brain from going crazy. There's too many baddies. We're never meant to see this many bad bitches in our life, bro. You gotta block the baddies. He follows a woman I had in my bed that's never been to Philly. Facts. Following women you'll never meet is bad for your health. Yes. Y'all like dopamine? I don't need the dopamine of just seeing random bad bitches, bro. Sometimes she too bad. She too bad. Like, she too sexy. I can't. Because here's what happened, bro. These ain't just regular, because like these are the women, like, I'll go outside. When you go outside, you may see one woman who is that bad in real life. I'm talking about, you go to the club every weekend, you may see one woman who is that bad in the club. One. But on Twitter, I can see 7 of them inside succession of each other. I can see 7 of the baddest women I've ever seen in my life. It ruins my perception on attractiveness. I'm like, you start looking at normal bitches and be like, damn, bitch, you not that bad. You not bad as all these 50 women I see on the timeline. These are 50 of the baddest women to ever walk on the planet. You not like nobody's ever gonna be that bad. Nobody's ever gonna be that bad. It's just like you gotta protect your peace, brother. Matt said, I'm in my fly hoes out here right now. I respect that. You're not a glass half full type of guy. No, not really. Here's the thing though. If baddies follow me, I follow back. Cause like for sure, I obviously said something that was funny enough. Matt, that's a felony. Matt is trafficking hoes, but let's keep it a bit. I mean, it's like it is consensual trafficking. I know there's nothing about me that wants to be half full about this. If baddies follow me, I follow back, but I'm not going on my way to follow baddies. Actually, if she too bad, I'm blocking her. Now, sometimes I will drop a follow on a baddie. Sometimes I will drop a follow on a baddie if I think I got a chance to get a follow back. Like, I'm like, if I go to her page and her and I got a bunch of the same mutuals, I'm like, oh yeah, follow. You like funnies. Come get this follow. Now, other times, I'm not just following the random, it's the baddies. That's an insane, what do I gain from that? My mental health is stifled. I'm looking at my girlfriend different now. Babe, why you not as bad as the real Lexi 212? I keep hearing the sound. She was a fairy. Bow, bow, bow. She was a fairy. Bow, bow. And every single one of these bitches is fairies. How come every single one of these bitches is a fairy? That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. That's not mathematically proportioned. Every single one of them can't be a fairy. I didn't know this many fairies existed. Nah, bro. Every single time she was a fairy. Bow. She was a fairy. That's not natural. It's not natural. This is unnatural bad bitches. She's unnaturally bad. Unnaturally bad. Do I appreciate the woman body, the woman form? Yes. But also, I'm a man. I want to objectify her, and I can't do that because she's too bad. I'm a toxic man, dog, so I got to just block. So I'm not going to objectify. I'm just going to block. You know what I mean? Actually, what I'm doing is the feminist thing. Statistical anomalies happen on the TL. No bullshit, bro. It is, bro. It don't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Bro, like I told you earlier, bro. I went out. There was a point in time in my life when I went outside every weekend for like 6 months straight. Every weekend for 6 months straight, I was in a club. Not the same club. We switched it up, went to this spot, that spot. I would go out multiple times in a weekend. It was a point in my life where I did that for 6 months straight. During that time, I might have seen like 3 of like that tier of bad bitches. 3 the whole time. I'm talking different spots, different kind of events, different crowds. 3. If I go on Twitter right now, I just scroll. If I like one bad bitch post, just one baddies post, I can see 7 of that kind of worldly bad within 30 seconds of each other. I'm not doing that, bro. Oh shit. I'm not doing that, bro. That's not ethical hoops. That's bad for my mental health. That's 1.5 bad bitch per month. Yes. By the way, I'm not talking about just attractive girls. Because you go outside and you see like really attractive women. Like, oh, she's really pretty. Oh, she really cute. But it's different when you like, damn, she bad. Like, damn, she bad. That means something different. That means a different thing. That she fun. Oh, she cute. She pretty as shit. But damn, she bad. I see 7 of those, bro. I can't have that. Can't have that. Can we talk about how shooting get shot in a club never works? No, I disagree. I've shot my shot. I've got jerked off in the club before, my nigga. So I'm not the guy to talk to about this. Yeah, I mean, I've got jerked off. I'm not the guy that had this conversation, my nigga. I've got jerked off in the club. What are you talking about, my nigga? We at the bar. I put hammer in hand. She jerking my shit at the bar. I'm not one of hey, listen. No, bro, I'm telling my life experiences. I'm telling my life experience. The bar joint not crazy. I'm shooting 100% with, can I talk to you for a second? Or I'm feeling overwhelmed right now. Those good shots. I ain't gonna lie, listen, I don't be outside. I actually went outside this weekend. I'm probably gonna talk about it on the podcast today. By the way, I'm 2 hours in. I'm just now promoting it. Subscribe to the YouTube membership program for $20 a month. You get 3 episodes a week. That's 12 episodes every fucking month. Subscribe to YouTube membership. But we do a podcast on YouTube membership. And on the YouTube membership, on the podcast, I'm probably gonna talk about going outside to the club this weekend. But when I was outside and I was outside shooting at the club, I was walking up like, what's going on, mama? What you drinking? Now, granted, I never shot a lot because I used to go outside to have fun, to drink and listen to music. I used to go outside to catch a vibe. But sometimes while you catching a vibe, you can peep a shorty preeing you, as they say inside the Caribbeans. Do you think bad implies a certain type of manicure, like a very specific presentation, or is it just different types of good looks? I don't know. I think bad is I don't know. Here's the thing. Here's the thing about attractiveness, though. To be real, I think attractiveness is kind of like up to the beholder. Like it's like what do you find attractive? Like, for example, when Twitter is sending me all these bad bitches, I'm never getting like Atlanta style bad bitches. I'm getting like the faux artsy, earthy kind of bad. Whereas like she kind of like she sell potions, but she thick as fuck. And like she got locks or some shit. It's like I get 7 of those. I'm not getting like this well put together plastic BBL Atlantis type bad. But these are still different kinds of bad. It's kind of it's like you know, the female body is a piece of art, bro. So to be truth be told, the female body is a piece of art, and to be a woman is to be an artist. Because you know, being a woman is woman and man are nothing but gender roles that we put on. It's a show, but the show of being a woman takes a lot more than the show of being a man. And I do think that each presentation is different, but they all have their different beauties and appreciation inside of them. So what I'm saying is there's a different kind of appreciation I have for it. We talking about Tyler Bad or Insta Baddie? You know what I mean? There's at least 7 baddie genres. It truly is. I'm saying, bro. Like to be like a baddie, to be like a woman is to be an artist. There is a lot of presentation. You have to be a brand manager, bro. Like these women are brand managers. They are curating a brand. They're curating an aesthetic. Like that takes a lot of work, bro. That takes a lot of work. Like, it's a lot of work going into making sure that they are presenting themselves how they want to be presented. It's crazy. It's crazy. I love artists. I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. Being a baddie is to be an artist, bro. These women are artists. These women are artists, bro. Ruby Rose will get played at home. He said, yeah, and all genres don't get the same spin. That's facts. There's certain kind of genres you just don't like. I'm not like, I can appreciate the art while not listening to while not listening to the art. Like, I don't know. Like, I can appreciate the talent that it takes to be a rock musician. I'm not listening to rock music. I know it takes talent to play guitar and play drums and write those songs. I know it takes talent. I'm not listening to it. Same thing with women. There's a certain type of women, like Matt said, I know it takes a lot of work to be a Ruby Rose baddie. Is that my sauce? Not particularly. Not particularly. See, listen, these are elevated bad bitch talks. These are elevated. We are appreciating the art that it takes, the art and work that it takes to be a baddie. This is elite misogyny we doing. At this point, it's not even misogyny. Like, all right, chat, I do have topics. The 2 things I put on the thumbnail, I'm willing to change the thumbnail, but y'all let me know if y'all want to talk about it, because we've been going for about 2 hours now, and I usually only go for about 2 hours. And if I keep going, we will be going for 3 hours today. I know y'all would appreciate a 3-hour stream, but I'm telling y'all right now, it's going to get heavy in here. So here is what we're talking. Here's what we have, and I'll let y'all decide. We got the Shiloh Hendrix shit. We can talk about that. I have hella links to react to. Hella links to react to. And then we have the Bonnie Blue shit. Y'all tell me if y'all want to talk about it. Chat saying Skrilla said talk about it. Y'all let me know. Chat, y'all tell me. If we do, if I ain't gonna lie, why not talk about them at all? What you mean by that? We down. Bonnie Blue still a news cycle. She is, but I think for different reasons. And I kind of want to talk about it. Talk about it. I'm building a bike and this is helping. I appreciate you for putting your twos down to pick up your phone to type in chat. He said, why not talk about them all? We can talk about it all. All right. Let me go get a black and let me go check on Appa and then we can start these sucks. While I do this, here, let me not leave y'all alone. I'm not going to I'm about to do a House and Ivy chair reacts.
You make it hard to hate, and I make it hard to love, and that's how we fell apart, okay? Look, my baby a real dope stepper. We hang with the clowns like jesters. I turn to on like fester. These niggas they lie on mics. These niggas they cap on pies. These niggas they play with their life. Okay, alright. Look, get shot over this shit in tweets. At the funeral, your mama gon' weep. We spinning, we clean in the streets like. How about that bitch and I blick? Damn, I gotta calm down, nigga. I gotta ride now, nigga. Niggas ain't, yeah, okay. Niggas ain't fucking with dear wimp. Said you outside, I see you then. Niggas tryna highlight VPNs. Niggas won't lie, I leak DMs. Niggas get paid by CPM. Unc be sleep by 6 p.m. I get the call out, niggas is sneaking edition, alright? I get the reach of the grabbing my pipe. Tired of piecing it up with the ops. These niggas be talking like I won't slide for real. Yup, you make it hard to hate, and I make it hard to love. And that's how we fell apart, okay? Look, my baby a real dope stepper. We hang with the clowns like jesters. I turn to on like fester. Yup, These niggas they lie on mics. These niggas they cap on pies. These niggas they play with their life. Okay, alright. Look, we shot up with this shit in tweets. And the video, your mama gon' weep. We spin it, we clean the streets like. Street sweeper, street sweeper, street sweeper, street sweeper, street sweeper, yeah. Street sweeper, 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 yeah, okay. You make it hard to hate. All right, Zen, I saw you. All right, let's do it. Okay, here we go. Can we? All right, I start with the less heavy thing, and then we can get heavy. I start less heavy. So I saw this tweet floating around. I saw this tweet floating around this weekend, and it confused me. It said, TikTok is promoting a concept of 1,000 men in 1 day challenges to young impressionable women. We're cooked. And it's Bonnie Blue and this young girl. I'm assuming she's of age. I hope so. And a bunch of guy in blue masks, which is great branding, by the way. Her name Bonnie Blue, blue mask type shit. And the quote tweet to this tweet says, who's going to bet these men in masks have wives, girlfriends, and fiancés at home? And I thought it was interesting. I was like, well, you know, cheating is wrong. cheating is bad. Cheating is bad. I'm with you. And then I saw this quote tweet to it. It said, the men are all wearing masks. It's perfect symbolism. Men get away with the degeneracy and violence in secret while putting women at front and center. We cannot fix our poor and sick society until we start holding men accountable for participating and watching, promoting this stuff. And immediately I got pissed off. Immediately I got pissed off because I don't know. I think my view of sex work is a bit different because
I don't like to pretend these women don't have agency. I don't like to pretend these women don't have a choice in the thing they're doing, right? And I think to say that it's all on the men is to completely infantilize these women as if they don't have a choice, as if they can't decide whether or not to choose to do porn. I think Bonnie Blue is for sure like she's a slut, but who cares? Yeah, I mean, she's a slut, but does that mean she's a bad person? Like, what kind of 1940 harlot, red star, red A type of shit is this? Like, what kind of commentary are we doing on our society where we're talking about some porn sick? We're talking about porn sick. Like, now, the assumption that all these men, because we're assuming both quote tweets, including this one, is assuming that these men have wives, girls, and fiancés at home. We're assuming that because they're covering their faces. That is the assumption. But what if that was the artistic way she wanted to do the porn? What if what if that was her vision for it? It's like, no, the men aren't important in this. They're just penises. The importance here is me and focusing on her. The men's faces don't need to be shown because they're just cocks. I feel like one of my issues with like, and by the way, I'm not smart enough to have this conversation, but I'm gonna have it. I think one of my problems with feminism is that we completely remove women's agencies from these conversations, because I do think if the woman was a person wearing a mask, we'll be talking about how we are her face doesn't need to be shown. Her identity is important. She's just a hoe to these men, and that's misogynistic. Like, you can't have it both ways. You can't have it both ways. You can't have it both. You can't have it both that, oh, these men are trying to hide their identities, but also the woman face should be shown. I don't know. To me, it feels like we're too sex negative as a society. I saw a tweet this weekend. Let me see if I can find it. I saw a tweet this weekend. Let me see if I can find it, because I didn't put this. I think, okay, here we go. So Chappell Roan, she was on RuPaul's Drag Race. This is Chappell Roan on RuPaul's Drag Race. If you don't know Chappell Roan, pop star, a lot of her makeup is like drag inspired and shit like this. So this is like a Make Sense collab. And her drag outfit was her dressed up as a sex doll. Her drag outfit was her dressed up as a sex doll. And I saw a quote tweet to this. There was like, sex dolls are the peak of misogyny and violence against women when it comes to sexual violence, because we're just we are taking the female form, the woman form, and is using it purposely for sex. And I thought to myself, isn't that every sex toy? Isn't every sex toy just remove the human aspect of it and just give me the body parts? Isn't that the point of sex toys? It felt like redundant to say that, like, yeah, but like, why are we so like, why are we being so sex negative about it? Like, I think the cool part of a sex toy is for people to be able to express their sexuality without having a partner there. For people to explore kinks without having a partner there. For people who may not be comfortable with having sex with somebody else, or maybe not have the ability to have sex with somebody else, they're able to still enjoy sex and the pleasures of sex. It's such a sex negative view on this shit. It's such a sex negative view. And FD been talking about, FD talks about this a bunch, about how Gen Z is super sex negative. And I didn't see it because I'm a whore and I'm super sex positive. But the more I see tweets like this, I realize that so many of us are living in a world where sex is bad. Sex is bad. Like, it's a bad thing, and doing it to each other and doing it to each other is violence. It's weird. What made Gen Z be that way? I'm not sure. As a resident Gen Z member, I'm not sex negative. Now, granted, I'm oldest Gen Z, 1997, I'm the oldest Gen Z. So I'm not really sure because I'm not sex negative. I'm pretty sex positive. Like, have I had bad sexual experiences? 1000%. Do I have a good relationship with porn? No. Am I running away from the idea that I am a sexual being and like I desire it and I crave it? No. I think I've learned that it's a part of my life, and I try to be normal and natural about it. Like, I think craving sex is a natural thing. You would have to ask, why has sex, excuse me, you would have to ask why sex has been made a domination game to answer your question. I don't think sex is a domination game. Here's what I think. I think sometimes when we talk about sex, the language can be violent and the language can be very dominating, but that is how some people enjoy sex. And I think it's wrong to look down on that version of it. Now I can agree that there is some misogyny in how men talk about sex sometimes, where we're like, oh, I beat the pussy up, I killed that shit. There's some misogyny in that of seeing it as a thing to conquer and not a thing you do with somebody else and like a fuck collaboration. But truth be told, there are women who want to be dominated. There are women who don't want to collaborate on sex. They just want to be dominated. But I don't think sex has to be exclusively portrayed as a domination game. I think there are people who talk about sex in their versions of sex of porn where it's not domination, where it's very much.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Thank you for the donation. Where's, by the way, can y'all even hear that? I don't know if I paused for a second. I don't know if y'all can hear it. But where's very much like a collab. Whether you want or not, that's on you. What do you? I don't, Charles. I don't mean what you mean by that. Somebody said red pill porn assets and vocalization of bad. Excuse me. Red pill porn assets and vocalization of the bad in sexual relationships are becoming for present. But I think Gen Z is overcorrecting these problems by being sex negative. Okay. You think too much porn, too many red pill talks, and people talking about their bad sexual experiences is causing an overcorrection of, well, sex is bad. All forms of sex are bad. I can see that. Let me see. I'm trying. I'm sure it's maybe the hypersexualized movement turned them off a bit. I can see that. You think maybe like how women inside our how women inside today's pop culture are like overly sexualized, like somebody like Meg Thee Stallion. Now, granted, Meg Thee Stallion is open about her sex life, or Sexy Red, who a lot of their music is pussy raps. Is about them being sexually free beings. It's turning some people off to that. I can see that, but I think that that was always, to me, that was always the natural progression of women and sexuality in this country. Women being from women going from not having agency in their sex lives to now having the most agency they ever had was always going to end with them being as sexually dominant inside their music as they are. I said sex itself in our society is taught as something to be taken from women. I agree. I 1000% agree. I think, but I don't. I think, but I think that can be changed with changing our mentality on how we view sex, not making sex bad. For example, I'm somebody who always preaches the idea that when I'm talking about having sex with a woman, I need her to want it too. I'm not into like now. I'm into role playing, like CNC and shit like that, role playing. But I need you to like, you gotta take that. You gotta get that out of me. I want you to want it as much as I want it, because that's the only way this feels good. I like the feeling of being wanted. I like the feeling of being liked, and I think that feeling is what we should teach in sex. Not that sex is bad. That sex is always the best when each person wants it as much as the other. I'm not even answering that question, Maurice. Women flipping the roles and both empowering and shows how silly the culture is when men do it. True, I agree. Because I'm not gonna lie, I think that's part of the reason why some of us can't get into pussy raps, because it sounds crazy for a woman to be like, made a nigga eat my pussy. He's like, he ain't making me do shit, lady. You know what I mean? But also that could be the same thing, like, I made her suck my dick. Well, ew. Sounds gross now. Like I see the saying, Zen. It could be seen like a satire. Is like, look how stupid y'all sounded for 30 years. Look how stupid you guys talked about sex for 30 years. You made her suck your dick. That sounds nasty and disgusting. I see that. I see that. I'm saying those things are good, but we see those things and overcorrect it to fix the problem by having a bad view on sex. Okay. So how do we stop? Now my greater question. How do we stop a generation of people having this awful view, this awful outlook on sex, and completely overcorrecting it the wrong way to just us having like a realistic view on what sex is and how we should talk about sex? Like, is there a way for us to fix brain broken, brain rotted people in the timeline who've been barraged with too many sexual images and things of that nature? Is there a way to fix that person's brain? Sex education. We need sex re-education camps. But it sounds silly, but these people are 30, these people are 27 years old making these tweets. These people are 27 years old. Are you telling me we should put adults in sex education class? Is that the answer to our problems? Adults should be in sex education, guys. I think, excuse me, the way I try to break out of the way I grew up is just realizing it's part of being human. Okay. I think we have to change the way we talk about it. Less violent language. I agree. It's just awareness and encouraging people to not consume so much sexually explicit content so often. Okay. In Germany, they reteach it every 2 years. You serious? In Germany, they're giving out sex education classes every 2 years. Germany did so much bad that Germany did so much bad. Like, was it 80 years ago? They're still trying to fix that shit. I just got real depressed for some reason. You just got real depressed because you just realized there's a generation of people who are becoming adults, who are going to start families soon. They're going to teach their kids this really negative view on sex. They're gonna these people are gonna start families and have children. They're gonna teach their kids these negative views, and that does nothing but I think that harms us in the long run, because I think for sex education to happen, you have to be honest about having sex. We were all in high school and we all had sex education classes, right? But the education it can't work on you unless you're being honest about it. Like, my parents wouldn't have like. When I got chlamydia the first time, I wouldn't have got treatment for it if I didn't tell my mom I had sex. Now I was 19, but still, sometimes you can be really weird with that shit. Now, granted, I grew up in a different time where, like, My parents were younger. So like I was able to talk to them about that kind of shit. Like my dad is the awkward guy. He still tries to talk to me about sex and he's bad at it. Today I was laying in the bed with Appa, and my dad was like, "You keep some pussy in your bed." And I was like, "Ew, Dad, that's nasty. That's nasty." But I come from sexually free people where that's the kind of like that's just the language that we use, and it's kind of just it's like sex been a thing. Also, my parents had me young, so there's no hiding the fact that they were having sex. Like I figured out they was having sex before they figured out their lives. I was like, oh shit! I figured out I was a mistake before they could tell me. But yeah, that wasn't too bad. But I don't know. It scares me how sex negative we are as a society. I don't know. I think the more we run from it, the harder it is to teach. We can't just go sex is bad, we shouldn't have it. Because we're inching close into like this Puritan Anglo-Christian, Anglo-Saxon Christian, what that shit we call it? This Puritan society where like sex is just like, no, don't have it. Wait till marriage. No, nigga, fuck if you want to fuck. But there's a good and bad way to do it. But I do agree that I think we laid out a good framework. We got to change the way we talk about it. I feel bad for the dads saying dumb shit to their kids trying to relate to him. That's Steve in a nutshell. That's my father. My daddy's the funniest nigga, dog, because I swear to God, he just says stuff. And I'm like, Dad, that's weird. Sex negativity is how you get Shannon Sharpe low key. I disagree. I think Shannon Sharpe is just a nasty man with power and money. I think that's kind of thing's gonna happen as long as Richmond exists. As long as we exist where people, as long as we exist in a society where like people have to work to meet their basic needs, and sex is able to sell, you're always going to have bad, horny, nasty rich men who are able to leverage how much money and power they have to control somebody else who doesn't have it. We would have to refrain how we talk about women in general. I agree. Here's the thing, though. I think, I'm a man. I have misogynist tendencies. I think part of like me trying to like reform this misogyny in my brain comes from like just me being a black man that come from hip hop. It's very hard to train it. Like I still call women bitches and huz and hoes, but to me, it never feels like I'm being misogynistic, even though that is misogynist language. Right? You see what I'm saying? Where like I have to like that's a hard thing to like retrain your brain to be like, oh, the way, even when you're not being disrespectful, that is disrespectful. Even when you say, oh no, the huz, and you think that's a playful thing, you're still calling women hoes. You see what I'm saying? No, that was my granddad. My granddad said, no, talking about, is Steve dad the one who told you no? That's my mom's dad. That's Rab. You mean? All this shit have to change. I don't disagree, but I do think here's what I think. I think that can't talk about some Katos the Cowboys. Well, I do think language is violence, and I do think we have to fix our language. I do think casual misogyny is a problem, but I do think we have to start with I think we have to start with the casual misogyny, to be honest. I do think that. I mean, there's only way. I think but that's such a hard thing to do because sometimes you just get around the boys and you're not even being misogynistic. You can still be respectful. Like, for example, like when I talk about women, I use bitches, women, and hus all interchangeably. All the same word to me. To me, it's about like how funny I'm trying to be in a sense. Like if I'm trying to be serious, I'm saying women. I'm saying no, women are beautiful. Women are trying to like, if I'm trying to be like satirical or funny, I'm saying hus. If I'm trying to be if I'm trying to be if I'm trying to be like succinct and to the point, I'm saying bitches. You know what I'm saying? I think part of the issue is we don't socialize girls and boys at a young age, so when they hit puberty, they're weird. Yeah. But how do you socialize young boys and young girls without it being sexual? Because then how you get fucking Republicans talking about something, they're grooming the kids. That's how you get Republicans on the timeline talking about something, they're grooming the kids. I don't know. Man talks to you private and you should code switch in public. But here's the thing though, but locker room talk, like we're like, now we're just describing locker room talk, and locker room talk is inherently misogynistic. So it's like, is there like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. That's the thing. Like, is it just cooked? Here, I'm being nihilistic again, y'all. Yo, every time we have some of these kind of talks, I immediately go to nihilism. Because we're talking about retraining 27 years of how I talk. Because I don't want to have this secret boys club where this is how boys talk behind closed doors. That feels more like I'm trying to hide it than just saying it out loud. You see what I'm saying? That feels more like I'm trying to hide something than like this is how I speak. If we don't hear it, then it's not a problem. I disagree. If a tree falls in the wood, the tree still fell. See what I'm saying? The tree still fell. Just because you didn't hear it didn't mean the tree didn't fall still. Didn't mean that like that land won't be affected. It's cooked, bro. It's just a hypocrisy you live with. Yeah. 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 Fuck, yo. Sometimes you gotta just live in hypocrisy, gang. Sometimes you gotta just live in hypocrisy. There's no way out. There's no way out. Sometimes the answer is you are a contradiction. Sometimes the answer is no matter how hard you try, you are who you are. Listen, as the great philosopher King Von once said, I am who I am, and who I'm not, I could never be. Not gonna lie to y'all, that is one of the greatest lines in the hip-hop history. I am who I am, and who I'm not, I could never be. That is poetry, my nigga. That's poetry. That is poetry, nigga. That is poetry, my nigga. Like, came from King Von, yo. King Von said that. I am who I am, and who I'm not, I could never be. Like, bar straight from hell. King Von. All right. All right, one last thing. Not co-signing that. Nigga, not co-signing that shit. You should. That's a great bar. One last thing. Okay. All right. Appeared to get I'm dragging the stream down with this serious talk at the end. We did 2 hours of funnies, and now I'm dragging the stream down at the end. Cause I wrote this stuff down and then I realized I don't want to talk about it. Check out the Met Gala fist, Dom. It's not June yet. I'm not that homosexual. If the Met Gala happened in June, I've been with you. But I don't have a fashion bone in my body, and I'm not a homosexual. That feels like if I was a male homo, that's what they do. We a little gay. But that's like we not talking about regular fist either. We talking about like fashion that becomes art. That's a different world that I don't have in me. I just don't have that. Sorry. I just don't have it. I wish I did. I wish I did. It's gay May. We know. In June, we're gay. All right. There we go. Look. Yo, Twitter said, Dom, you sure you want to talk about this right now? Here we go. Here is Shiloh Hendrix, racist woman who called a 5-year-old black boy a hard R. Here's the video.
Did you call the word? It is not business. You call him an. Okay, why don't you have the boss to say it right now again? Fuck you, Nick. All right, that's what you say. You're not digging through people's shit, you dumb fuck. Nobody digging through your shit. A little fucking kid just did, you dumbass. That little kid, you call him a little child? What if he acts like one? He's gonna. Are you about to hit him? You chase him here? He took my son's stuff. So that gives you the right to call the child 5-year-old the N-word. If that's what he's gonna act. That's what you're gonna call him. That's what he's gonna act like. You know, that's a hate speech. And you can be recorded for that. I don't give a shit. Huh. Fuck off. Okay, we'll see.
Okay, so this video is disturbing to me because her first thought when she saw a little black boy was to be like, nigger. Off rip. And then when approached by it, and when confronted with saying those words, she said, well, if he want to act like one. That was her reasoning for her R. That was her reasoning for her R. This woman has since become some kind of beacon of hope for racists on the timeline, which I expect. But one of my favorite things that racists and right-wingers love to do, for some reason, they immediately get to make an AI art. They immediately get to make an AI slop. Like, and it's always Studio Ghibli style. Like, immediately they got to making fucking Studio Ghibli bullshit slop. Immediately. Look here. Look at this shit says. Shiloh Hendrix is hot and has a bigger backbone than most people. We are sick and tired of the way blacks are behaving and shit's fixing to change. Our patience has reached its limits. I don't know what timeline this I don't know what timeline this cracker is existing in where white people have been patient with black people ever, but you know, it's not the timeline I live in. They is I just want to show y'all this AR. I want to show you more of this. This one's very funny. Joan of Crack, they called her, because the initial poster, the Royal Surf, who I'm like 9% I have this person blocked. I've blocked this nigga like 5 times already, bro. I don't know how he keep becoming unblocked. But he posted Joan of Park, and then somebody quote tweeted him, ratioed that nigga, said Joan of Crack, which is hilarious, which is also fucked up. Like, using AI to fight AI is bad, but whatever. I don't understand the conservative mind and how it yearns to use AI to make shitty art. I don't understand it. It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't matter what it is. They have just something in their brain that's like, I need to make a shitty piece of art around this. But it gets deeper. Before we even get to the nasty part of this, the little boy that she called here we go. The little boy she called a RR was a 5-year-old. That was the age that was said. That was the age that was said in the video that he was 5 years old. The racists on the timeline had decided that no, that's not enough. We're not just transvestigating, we're now age-vestigating. And they're doing like pseudosciences about how old this boy is. The average height of a 5-year-old is 43 inches. 50 inches is the average height of a 10-year-old. And they saying this boy is approximately 50 inches, so he cannot be 5 years old. They're age-vestigating. They're age-vestigating whether or not the boy is 5 years old. Not the fact that the boy either way is a child. He's a child regardless. Regardless, he's a child. But no, him being 5 years old makes it better that she called him the hard R. Makes it better that she dropped the ER at the end. By the way, these ain't little posts, by the way. I'm not finding y'all no niche posts, my nigga. This post got 5.7 million views. 5.7 million views this shit has. 22,000 likes, 22,000 people at minimum agree with this or saw this and had to see this monstrosity. Now, not to mention that this kid 100% could still be 5 years old and just be a taller kid, which often happens with young black boys where they are identified and forced to become men earlier than they have to because of their size and their skin color. Not even that, but the fact that either way he's a child, and we're doing mental gymnastics to somehow justify her actions. And the whites didn't just justify her actions. The whites decided that they wanted to pay her. Here's the fucked up part about this shit. I believe her at the time of this recording, I believe her GoFundMe is at over 600,000. Dom stop, Dom nah. What'd I say? I don't know. Did I say something wrong? What did I say wrong? Hold on. I need to know what I said. I can't believe this. Taylor, you can't say Dom stop, Dom nah, bro. I can't believe this as if I'm saying something wrong. I thought I said something wrong and like I need to correct myself. Taylor, relax. I know this is crazy. This is a crazy story. So like I said, the whites didn't just agree with her. The whites decided to pay her. So I believe at the time of this recording, her GoFundMe is at over 1 million, is over 600,000. But at the start, initially, her GoFundMe was only for $11,000. No, excuse me, it was $20,000 to help protect my family because she said she wanted to move because people were harassing her. Initially, her goal was $20,000. That $20,000 goal got shattered pretty quickly and was raised. It was raised up because then she hit 100K. She hit 100K. And once she hit 100K, she said, why stop there? Why stop there? The people giving me money. Why stop there? She raised the goal to 250K. And that goal, she shattered it. She shattered it. She said, why stop there? That goal was then raised again to $1 million. The goal was raised to $1 million. And she's going to crack that. She's going to reach over $1 million. Now, some of the recent donations is sickening. White Lives Matter, average white man, real nasty shit inside these donations. It's not now, my personal take on this, and I got more awful news to show you. My personal take on this is we gotta stop recording these people. There's a point in time when America was more woke, where recording somebody for doing something racist was a good thing. Where people used to get their jobs taken from them. People will have, people's lives will become torn apart. Family members will disown them. There's a point in time where that worked. In today's society where we have a fascist leader inside office and our country is becoming slowly more right-wing, not even slowly, it's truly right-wing, but we're talking about like full-on all-right talking points are happening in regular government. There's no need to record these people because the majority of the country has decided that they don't see this as a problem. They don't see this as a problem. The only way to stop a Shiloh Hendrix, punch her in the mouth. I'm sorry that I'm talking about violence. I'm sorry. I know Unc FD would not like this. I know Unc FD would tell me that I can't say this. But the truth is there is no recording them. If you want to take action, really do something. Really do something. Now, the whites are an interesting bunch. The whites are an interesting bunch. Here's why the whites are an interesting bunch. About a month ago, there was a kid, I believe in Texas, named Carmelo Anthony, awful naming for Carmelo Anthony, the basketball star, who stabbed another kid to death. They were at a high school football game or something like that, and the story is the whites are saying that he just stabbed them for no reason because black men are violent, but I don't believe that happened. It's a pretty good neighborhood. I don't think that kid is just violent for no reason. That the kid comes from a good family, and I believe that the kid was provoked and had to protect himself. That's just my opinion. I don't know too much about this, but I stayed out of this for a reason. Now, the whites have never let that go because the whites saw one of theirs get killed and said, "We gotta get our lick back." White supremacists are donating to racist women to get back for Carmelo Anthony. They're seeing this woman named Shiloh Hendrix who called a 5-year-old black boy the hard R for no reason besides for being a kid, being a mischievous kid. He saw a bad decide to go in, so that's what kids do. Kids are weird. Kids are bad. Not bad, but kids are mischievous. Kids just do stuff they shouldn't do sometimes. And they said, we need to give her money because that young boy killed that kid and said, no, it's our turn. Y'all donated to him. It's time that we donate to Shiloh. Austin Chubbs. Austin said his name is Metcalf. Imagine asking your son not to be turned into a white George Floyd and they tell you shut the fuck up. That's what happened. The whites are the funniest group in America because simultaneously they hold all the power while also continuing to try to push this victim shit. How can you hold all of the power socially, politically, and economically, but still find a way to make yourself a victim? But still find out a way to turn yourself into some kind of pariah as if you've been outcast from culture. This story broke my heart this weekend. It didn't break my heart because that little boy got called the nigger. I've got called the nigger. I've told y'all the story before. When I was 11 years old, I was 11 or 12, my dad drove me to the Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton, Ohio. And on the ride back, we stopped at a Walmart to get snacks and pee. My dad said, "Hey, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. You go get snacks. You meet me right here." I said, "Okay, cool." So I run to the snack aisle. My dad goes to the bathroom. We had a spot to meet him at. And as I'm walking, I get maybe 4 feet away from my dad. I'm 11 or 12, so I'm running a little bit. Some big burly white man bumps me. I look up, say, "Excuse me, sir." He says, "Watch out, nigger." I'm 11 or 12. I don't know what the fuck just happened. I'm like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck just happened? This is the story of this young black boy is not a story that is new. This is a story that many young black boys have experienced in our lifetimes. This shit happens. So I feel empathy for him, but I know that he will get over this. I know that this is something that he will remember, and will make him aware of the world he lives in. But what makes me sad about this is that she's being rewarded for it. She's being rewarded for nothing but calling somebody a nigger. She's being told, like, she's like, not only she, but we're teaching America. All of America is learning a lesson this weekend that being racist pays. Being a racist can make you a millionaire. That's the lesson to be taken away from this story. That being a racist can make you a millionaire. You don't have to do any hard work. You don't have to have any special talents. All you have to do is be racist. That's pretty much all I had on that. I don't know if y'all seen this story, but I talk about it. You seen a nasty Twitter page? Bro, listen. Dom Sharpe, are you my brother in arms? Yes, I am your brother in arms. Listen, I try to block everybody who's talking about this. I truly didn't want to experience it because I knew it was nasty. I'm like, this is nasty talks. This is nasty. But also, I knew I had an opinion. I was like, I gotta talk about this. As a teacher mentor at an autism school, I've heard the ER from a student who is mixed, but mostly Latino, and it hurts my heart. The kill intent, by the way. Black people need to get more gun licenses. I'm with you. All right. I'm sorry I had to break your heart with that story. My fault. You know what I mean? That's on me, y'all. That's on me, chat. That's on me, chat. You know what I mean? Show me, chat. But stories got to be told. Stories got to be told. Can we do some funny shit, please? I have no more funnies, bro. I have no more funnies. Look, hold on. I got y'all. I run it back, man. I run it back.
Yup, you make it hard to hate, and I make it hard to love, and that's how we fell apart, okay? Look, my baby a real dope stepper. You hang with the clowns like jesters. I turn to on like fester. Yup, These niggas they lie on mics. These niggas they cap on pies. These niggas they play with their life. Okay, alright. Look, they shot over this shit in tweets. At the funeral, your mama gon' weep. We spinning, we clean in the streets like. How about that bitch and I blick? Damn, I gotta calm down, nigga. I gotta ride now, nigga. Niggas ain't, yeah, okay. Niggas ain't fucking with D.O. Wimp. Said you outside, I see you then. Niggas tryna highlight VPNs. Niggas won't lie, I leak DMs. Niggas get paid by CPM. Unc be sleep by 6 p.m. I get the call, our niggas is sneaking edition, alright? I get the reach of the grabbing my pipe. Tired of piecing it up with the ops. These niggas be talking like I won't slide for real. Yup, you make it hard to hate, and I make it hard to love. And that's how we fell apart, okay? Look, my baby a real dope stepper. We hang with the clowns like jesters. I turn to on like fester. Yup, These niggas they lie on mics. These niggas they cap on pies. These niggas they play with their life, okay, alright.
Shout out to Raven for the channel membership. I never seen your name before. I think you knew her.
We spin it, we clean in the streets like.
Alright, man. Alright, y'all. Good stream. 2 hours and 45 minutes. I still gotta do timestamps for this bitch. That's always the hardest part of this motherfucker. I gotta do timestamps and I gotta record the pod tonight. Like I said, everybody we do. So I'm gonna do 2 ads real quick for everybody who's watching the end of this shit. We have our YouTube membership program. You get for $20 a month, you get 3 episodes a week. That's 12 episodes a month. Best in the business. We power for the working man. We power for the working woman. We power for the working class. I know you need stuff to listen to at work, and we got it for you. Also, on our Patreon is similar content, but we also do reactions and stuff like that. Right now, we are currently watching what's the name of that show? Love Island, Too Hot to Handle. Oh, no, Temptation Island. We're currently watching Temptation Island. Episode 2 we're watching episode 3 tonight. So that's going to be on tomorrow's episode of the podcast. Here's how we do it. We do about an hour, 2 hours of regular talking, and then like an hour of just reaction. And people like it. It seems to people like it. So if you want that kind of content, we got to post that on our Patreon. Subscribe to the Patreon to watch that kind of shit. Also, before now, we'll get back into our reaction bag. That's how we're going to separate the Patreon from the YouTube membership. Patreon will become more reaction content because we can't post that shit on YouTube. So we're going to do 4 reacts to movies and TV shows over on our Patreon. This YouTube membership is podcast. Also, you can't get the podcast over on Patreon if you want to go over there. It doesn't matter. But if you only want podcast content, YouTube membership is where to go. Thank you guys. And by the way, I'll say this, all reaction content for the most part is just, you can get that in like for the shows that we're watching, like the reality TV shows, that's $5 shit. All the movies and TV shows we're going to watch is by itself. That's going to be $2. So you won't have to spend an extra $20. It'll just be like, if you're spending $20 for the YouTube membership, you only have to spend $2 on Patreon to get the reactions. Very, very easy. It's not the whole thing. Okay, so now that I got that out the way, thank you guys for this stream. Very fun. I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye. Stop calling me messing about them down.